Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ni Amuda and I want you to subscribe. Yes, click the subscription button and hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post tutorial like this. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you one of the best photo editing apps you will find on Android and iOS device. Quickly go to Play Store, right, and you see the name there, Snapseed. Okay, Snapseed is a professional quality photo edit app that was developed by Google and is a very wonderful app. So let's go over to Snapseed. Open. When you click on open, you'll see what is welcoming you is a plus button. Alright, this plus button is you use it to add the image that you want to edit. Alright, so quickly click on this and we'll go over to where we have our images that we want to edit. So I'll just go over here and then look for one image to work with. Let's work with I want something that is alright, so let's just pick any image anyway. So this, okay, so this is the image that we'll be working with. Okay, so once you get to Snapseed, you have three menu. The first is the looks, the other is the tools, and the other is the export. Now under the looks, you have different edits. You have portrait, smooth, pop, and the rest. So these have different functionalities, okay, and you can even add yours. But then I'm going to focus on working on the tools. There are about 28 tools here. Okay, the tune, image, detail, curves, white balance, crop, rotate, perspective, expand, selective, brush, healing, HDR, spec, and others. Okay, so we're going to be breaking it bit by bit. We're going to be touching it bit by bit, and I believe before this series is over, you will really enjoy this app. It's going to be very educating. Now let's go right into it. Now under these looks, right, we have portrait. Now when you click on portrait, what it does is that it smoothens the face of your image. So look at the former one, and this is the current one. So hold your screen to see the previous where you're coming from. Okay, so that's that. Smooth, it simply makes the face smoother. Okay, and you can edit it by holding on the screen. Okay, all right. Pop, see the function. So whatever you click, pop will brighten your image and make it pop. Yeah. And all that. So the other functionality is there. Okay, so when you're done, just click on the check button and then you're good to go. You can see the image is coming to life. Alright, so under the tools we have the tune image. When we click on tune image, hold your screen, you see, hold your screen and move it up or down. You see some functions. The first is brightness. Once you get to brightness, just swipe to your right to increase the brightness and swipe to your left to reduce the brightness. Okay, hold the screen again and move it to the top and you see contrast. Swipe to your right to increase the contrast, swipe to your left to reduce the contrast. You can see. Okay, so that is just you can see other functions. All these functions you see right here is just to work on tuning the image, to add warmth to it and others. Now if you go to the app, you'll see what when you talk about tune image. Now it does adjust the exposure. This is what I'm reading now. It adjusts the exposure color automatically and manually with fine precise control. These are the controls here, right here. These are the controls that helps you to adjust your image. Okay, under tune image. So when you are done, just click on the check mark there and you're good to go. This is the effect of it. All right, the next tool is called detail. Now what does detail do? Simple. Details helps you to magically bring out surface structures in your image. It brings out the surface structure in your image. Other application calls it sharpening to make your image pop out very well. So look at the function here, and then just to do it like this, I'm already there. Click on, swipe your finger, touch the screen and swipe it to the left. You can see it's bringing out the surface structure. You can take it down to smoothen the face. Alright, then you can hold on the screen up, and then you pick sharpness, and then you work on it. Like this, we sharpen it, and like this, we reduce it. Alright, so that is just basically what sharpness does. So you have an image that's not so sharp and it's a little bit blurry. Just come over here and then click on this functionality, and you'll be able to do something with it. Okay, that is what details does. Now curve is for let's say, let's just get it from the app itself. Curve have precise control over the brightness levels of your photo. Okay, that's what curve does. It have precise control over the brightness of your photo. Look at this. You can see you can make it darker. When you draw this curve towards the side, you're darkening the image. Draw it up, you're making it lighter. You can see. Okay, so that's what curve basically does. And you can click on this to pick colors that you want to curve. I can pick on red, for instance. If I take it down, I'm removing the red, and if I bring it up, I'm adding more red to it. You can see. Okay, you can see it. Okay, so the same thing with all the other colors. You can remove them, you can add them, you can remove, you can add. All right. Okay, so that is for curve. White balance. What does white balance does? Now let's go over to the app and to get it from the developers. Adjust the colors so that the image look more natural. Adjust the colors so that the image look not more natural. These are the functionality you will find here. Temperature, tint, temperature and tint. So for temperature, look at this. This is what it does. If you reduce it, this is what it does. For tint, this is the functionality, like this. Alright, so you can see. So depending on what you want, this is the white balance. Okay, and you can also work on it here. Alright, so that is for white balance. Okay, the next is crop. Of course, it's something that everybody knows, but I'm just gonna get it. Crop is to reduce your image, or to crop it to standard sizes or freely. Okay, to crop it, let's say something is too big, like this image. Now I want to crop it because it's too. All right, so you see, so this will crop. Though when you are done cropping, just click on the check mark, and then this is your image for you. Okay, so that's what crop. The rotate is simply to turn your image to different angles, so 360, 180, 90, and so on and so forth. So just hold on the image and you turn it. All right, you can see it. This is 45 degrees, and this is 45 degrees plus, minus, plus. So this is what it does. So when you are done, just click on this and it gives you your image. Right, for perspective, I'll pick it from the app itself. Is to fix quells, lines, and perfect the geometric of horizon or a building. Simply put, look at it. This is how you change the perspective of your. I can keep moving it and it's going to look like this. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? Okay, you can see it very well now. So it has other functionality like rotate and scale, okay, and all those. So when you're done, just click on that and you're good to go. The next is expand. Expand, simply put, is to enlarge the area of your image. This is how it works. Now I've enlarged it, but I can decide to say, okay, I want it to be smart. See what happens. Or I want it to be white. I want it to be smart. I want it to be black. This is the function of enlarge. I think that's very, very clear. Okay. So the next is selective, brush, healing, and HD arrow scape, and then we'll go to the other ones. So, but before we move on to the next tutorial, when we're going to be looking at the other part, I want to show you a little of what we're going to look at when we come back in the second episode. Now look at this image right here and see. I'm going to click on this and go over to healing. Healing. Alright, so this is the image for healing. This is what we're going to be doing in our next tutorial. Click on this and look at the some little rashes on the face. Now with healing, you can take out pimples from the face of your object, okay, of the model you are working with. Okay, you can heal lines on faces and all that. And look at this man face here. There are lines on the face, so you can heal the lines, but you have to be careful how you're doing it. You have to be careful how you're doing it. If not, it's just gonna spoil the work. Let me use a very nice example so that you understand it very well. So you can see there are pimples on this lady's face, a lot of it. Okay, so the innie brush does is just to take out, you can see it removes those dots or spots on the faces of your object or your image. So in the next tutorial, we're going to really focus on this. So this is a very nice app. I mean, a very, very nice app. If you want to consider photo editing on smartphone, you need to have this app. It is a very, very nice app to have. So in our next tutorial, we'll look at selective, we'll look at brush, look at healing, we'll look at HDR, look at glamour glow, tuner contrast, drama, and vintage. So I'll see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.